Every year at this time, I think about a highlight of my youth, the week spent each June at my grandma's in Pittsburgh. Softball, swimming, and biking were staples of that vacation, except for one summer, exactly 40 years ago, when an uninvited guest named Agnes barged in, leaving a statewide disaster that even today is unprecedented in scale and scope. This time of year, the main weather issues in Pennsylvania are usually increasing heat and humidity, and the occasional severe thunderstorm. But in 1972, the first tropical storm of the season, Agnes, developed on June 16th just east of the Yucatan Peninsula, headed north and became a hurricane 2 days later in the southern Gulf. Agnes hit the Florida Panhandle on the 19th and quickly weakened over Georgia. But as it headed northeast and back out over water, it re-strengthened into a tropical storm on June 21st. But instead of moving out to sea, Agnes was pulled back towards the coast by the circulation of an upper-level mid-latitude storm approaching from the west. And as the two combined, they slowed to a crawl across northern Pennsylvania, setting the stage for historic flooding. Most of the Commonwealth got more than half a foot of rain from June 20th to 24th. Only the extreme west and small parts of the northeast and southeast got less. The heaviest rain, more than 10 inches, focused on the Susquehanna River Basin, stretching from Tioga County south to the Maryland border. Here are some of the highest amounts. Williamsport got nearly 13 inches. More than 15.5 fell in York, and 18 inches plus was measured at one spot in western Schuylkill County. The impact on river communities in eastern Pennsylvania was devastating. Record crests were set on the west branch of the Susquehanna at Jersey Shore, Williamsport, Milton, and even Lewisburg, and on the main stem from Towanda all the way to Marietta, though last year's flooding from Tropical Storm Lee surpassed the crest from Agnes in Mashopin and in Wilkes-Barre. Still, in the Wyoming Valley, the river crested 19 feet above flood stage, topping the levees by 4 feet. In Luzerne County, more than 25,000 homes and businesses were damaged or destroyed as 14 miles of streets were inundated. In Harrisburg, the Susquehanna exceeded flood stage by more than 15 feet, and water poured into the first floor of the governor's mansion, forcing Governor Schaap to evacuate by boat. And both Harrisburg airports were underwater. Record high crests also occurred along the Schuylkill River from Reading all the way south to Norristown. At Pottstown, where flood stage is 13 feet, the river rose to an incredible 30 feet. A relatively light 4 to 5 inches of rain fell in Philadelphia, but the deluge upstream eventually reached the city via the Schuylkill, flooding Boathouse Row and other low-lying areas near the river. And to this day, Agnes ranks as the costliest natural disaster in Pennsylvania history, with nearly 50 fatalities attributed to the storm in the state and economic losses estimated at almost $3 billion. It's no wonder that Governor Schaap called it Hurricane Agony. Fred is back with the extended forecast next.